What's going on, fellas? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we are going to be doing that Q&A session. So if y'all didn't know, a few days ago on my Instagram, I posted on my story for you guys to ask me questions, just a little get to know me, bring the community together and get a little bit deeper in a longer formatted video because there's only so much you could post on Instagram. So that's that video. Without further ado, grab your snacks, sit back and enjoy because this is going to be a long one. I got a ton of questions. All right. First, we got to open a little pre-workout because I'm about to go to the gym right after this. Enjoy, guys. Ooh. That's got to be one of the best sounding things in this world, I tell you. All right. So first question, I'll pop it up right here, is advice on getting over the scares for showing up on social media. I think for me personally, because to this day, I still get the scaries because you don't know if it's going to do well. You don't know if people are going to like it. Is just be yourself, be authentic, and post things that you genuinely like to post and bring you happiness. So I love men's health and wellness, personal development, and documenting my story of, leaving the firm and starting my own thing and just being myself. Those things genuinely bring me happiness, and that's kind of what helps mitigate or at least minimize the scaries. So pursue things that you genuinely like and bring you happiness, and I think that's how you get over the scaries. The second question is, how did your parents react when you quit your job? So surprisingly, despite me being Filipino, coming from an Asian household, they were really supportive. I mean, I was at that second firm for 7 months, and almost every single day I would just low-key complain like, Mom, Dad, like this isn't something I want to do the rest of my life. I do not see myself working in the legal field, let alone working in a law firm. And I just didn't really like the practices of being in the legal field. Like that's a whole separate video talking about ethics and stuff like that. But I just, to me, didn't think the financial stability was worth my mental health and my sanity. And just a little bit about me too. Growing up, like I did not believe in mental health. Like that was just not a thing in an Asian household. So as I start to get older, now that I just turned 27, just literally 2.5, 3 weeks ago, I start to realize that mental health is so important and you should not mitigate that, minimize that, because the longer you sweep your mental health under the rug, you're gonna be in a deeper hole. So overall, how did my parents react? They were really supportive. They're helping me out, and I'm so grateful for that because not everyone has the luxury or the ability to have supportive parents. So the fact that my parents support me, it really means the world. So the next question is, where are you at in your 30, 60, 90-day post-corporate law life? Well, right now, what's today? Today is August 4th. So we're coming up to almost 2 months now, so almost 60 days. But, right now I'm at 1,800 followers on Instagram. I've already hit my first million view video. TikTok, I'm a little over 100. I don't know how to crack TikTok yet, but I did post a video literally like 5 days ago, and it got semi-viral. It's like at 140,000. But I'm still really working and learning how to do social media, how to post content, how to build a personal brand. Everything is still a work in progress. I've learned a lot about the algorithm, mainly for Instagram, still trying to tap into TikTok, but overall it's going pretty well. We're almost, 1 more month and we'll be at that 90-day mark where I may have to go back into law. We'll see. But I did mention on my other videos as well too, at least on Instagram, that just here and there on the side, I am looking at either some part-time work or some low-key full-time work, just at least so I have something to supplement content creation. Because at the end of the day, if I could make content creation a full-time thing where that can really supplement and not even be a supplement, but be my main source of income one day, hopefully, we'll see, that would be amazing. But we're still working at it, and yeah. Y'all, don't even worry about the hair right now. It's super windy, but I just wanted to come outside, switch up the vibes, make it pretty. So hope y'all are enjoying the view. But next question is tips for nourishing your relationships. I actually really love this question because for the longest time, I used to not really nourish relationships. I used to just be solo dolo, you know, just do me, don't worry about other people. Of course, I'm not saying neglect your family or anything like that. I'm a big family guy, so I always have family close. But I will say there was a period where I wasn't really nourishing my friendships, like the homies. I love the homies, but at the same time, in that period of time where with the homies, we love each other, like we're ride or die homies. But if you know what I mean, the thing is like homies, you get so busy, life just gets at you, and you don't get to, you know, hang out with them or heck, even reach out to them because you're just so ingrained in doing your own thing. But you know, when life comes at you, like if you guys see each other at the grocery store or something happens on social media that you see, we always catch up, you know, maybe once a quarter or, you know, twice a year. But every time we catch up, it's like we always pick up where we left off. And that's what I love about the homies. Like they don't take anything personally, because we all know that, you know, we're all doing our own thing. But at the end of the day, now, especially I want to say the past 2 years, I've really been intentionally trying to hit up the homies at least every quarter, or if I see something on Instagram, I'd be sure to swipe up, send them a message, or during the holidays, like, hey man, like Merry Christmas, Happy Thanksgiving, Happy New Year. Of course, the happy birthdays are really important as well too. So, you know, as you get older, you start to realize that nourishing your relationships are really important. And you could just literally start off by swiping up on their Instagram story, or make sure if you know their birthday, which you should if they're really important to you, just send them a quick happy birthday, bro, and that's it. And it just, you know, is fuel to keep the relationship going. Next question is favorite boba spot. So if y'all don't know me, I love boba. Like literally boba is my life. Boba and coffee, honestly. I love coffee too. You know what they say, like 65-70% of the human body is made up of water. Bro, my body is filled up 70% of boba. Like I love boba so much. And I would say that my favorite boba spot, man, RIP, but it was called Oro Bay. It was down in Irvine. Love that place. Apparently there was a falling out with like the business partners or something, so it doesn't exist anymore. But currently today that still stands. I do really love this place called Bako. It's Bako. Put up their logo on the screen. They have 2 locations, one down in Santa Ana and one up here in Cerritos. So I would say those are that's my favorite boba spot right now. All right, next question is your next dream car. This one's a little tough because I love cars, and admittedly speaking, like I do drive a Tesla Model 3 Performance. So that doesn't like really show you guys that I'm a true car nut, but I love cars. I will say, I think realistically, I would really actually want a Tesla Model Y Performance, solely because gas prices here are just still way too expensive, and I drive a lot, or at least I used to, and I do just want an SUV too. So I think that could be a good one because that's only like 57,000 compared to cars 80,000+ now. Gee whiz. But I think if we could up the budget a little bit, I really do want the Lexus GX 550. I think that is such a hot car. I do really like the redesigned Audi RS5. That could be really cool too. But I think realistically, because I can't just be spending money left and right like that, I think maybe the Model Y Performance, just because, you know, it's still electric. But there's really nothing wrong with my Tesla Model 3 Performance. So I think I'm just going to keep that for now, at least for a very long time. We'll see. I did a full PPF wrap on that too. So I do hope to ride it till the wheels fall off. Love this next question. It says, what led to your strong faith in life? Me, I would say, number one, growing up for sure. Just as you get older, you get wiser. At least hopefully that's the plan. And number two, just seeing all the good things that the Lord has done for me and my life, my family. He really moves mountains. If you guys want a full testimony on my faith journey, comment down below. I would love to share my testimony as well. But I think just to keep it quick for this question and this video, what really led my strong faith life is just lived experiences and just seeing how undeserving I am of God's love, God's mercy and grace, and he still shows up for me. That is what keeps me going and really solidifies my faith in the Lord. I love this next question. It says, advice for a fellow 26-year-old who feels stuck at their corporate job. Brother, I was just where you were not even 2 months ago. So I would say, number one, you got to ask yourself, what makes you feel stuck and why do you feel stuck? What I mean by that is, do you feel stuck because you've reached the top of that corporate ladder and there's no other position to go after that? Or do you feel stuck because you don't feel fulfilled? And what I mean by that is, do you feel fulfilled because you have a stable job? Or do you feel fulfilled because you truly love what you're doing? These are kind of questions you have to ask yourself on why you feel stuck. And then number two, moving forward, I wouldn't say quit your job. Like, quitting your job isn't always the answer and it isn't always a solution. Is that something that I did? Yes. But the reason why I did that for myself is because I prayed a lot about it. I asked the Lord for provision and clarity. Number two, I asked my close family and my close friends what their general thoughts were, what their objective advice was. And in my previous question, I did say that my parents were very supportive of it. So to have supportive parents and supportive friends as well too was a good affirmation for what the Lord told me in, quitting my job and doing, at least trying this out, because I don't want to die on my deathbed with any regrets. And this content is always something that I always had a passion for. So yeah, having a general consensus of your close family and friends is a great way to start. To ask yourself, why you feel stuck and what truly makes you happy and what will fulfill you. I think that's the best thing I can say for your question. So hopefully that helps, brother. I also do just want to note, this is not a question at all. I just wanted to personally share this story too. So if you guys have been following me for quite some time now, especially, family and friends, you guys know this. But if you're new here, I do also just want to say that a year ago around this time, I quit my first firm, and that's when I went full on my business called Nova Spark. And that's a digital consulting firm that I started where I basically help small to medium-sized businesses with their marketing, branding, any digital solutions, so implementing AI in their business as well. So I started that business 2 years ago. That's when I formed the LLC. But last summer is when I quit my first firm to work on the business full time. I did that for about half a year. And then just due to finances and stuff like that, I had to go back into law. And then I worked that for the past 7 months. And then that was just the second time where I was like, law really isn't for me. And that's kind of what led me to my great exodus of where I'm at today, of leaving the second firm and really, truly sticking with something that I am very passionate about, find so much fulfillment and happiness in. And yeah, so that's just a little story about me on that. So hopefully that gives you a better insight of kind of my career path and journey so far. All right, so next question is, what do you eat in a day? Brother, I used to eat a lot. And I still do eat a lot, but now that I did leave the firm, I don't have that comfy paycheck anymore. So I can't, just go to Target or Sprouts and just get whatever I want. I got to be very methodical in what I eat. But before, dude, I used to get all the snacks. I love sweets, so I love candy. And I love protein too. So I'd get all the meats from chicken, turkey, fish, shrimp. I love all that stuff. But what I eat now, since I have to be very conscious of spending on my groceries, I've been really heavy into the Costco Chipotle chicken. It's already pre-cooked and you just literally have to warm it up. and it's 10 servings for about $11.99. It's crazy. So I've been really heavy on that with a frozen veggie medley mix, and then rice. Like that's what really gets me through the days. I also love pasta too. And if you know me, I actually do not like pasta, but now I kind of like pasta because it's so cheap. Noodles are literally 99 cents at Trader Joe's. You get a bolognese pasta sauce that already has protein in it. But if you want to add extra protein, just put, extra ground beef. But you could literally make almost a week's worth of pasta for less than $15. So that's why I like pasta now too. But those are kind of the two things that I eat pretty much a lot. I also do have like my supplements as well too. So like the protein powders and things like that. So yeah. Next question is, any recommendations for starting all over again, relationships, life, career pivot? It kind of goes similar to what I said earlier, but number one, you got to pray to the Lord, get your clarity, get your provision, get a sense of grounding. And the reason why I say that is because when you're not in the Word, you're in your feelings. And when you're in your feelings, it can take you everywhere that isn't where God intends you to be. So if you want to really ensure that you're in the right direction, pray to God and go to the Word. Number two, like I said earlier, if there's a general consensus from your close family and friends of, moving forward to the next step, of whatever that is, whether it's your relationship, career, things like that, then I think that's also a good affirmation as well. And number three, I would say, really ask yourself and reflect on why is it that you're starting over again? And what I mean by that is you can start over 3, 4, 5, 8, 10 times in life, whether that's in your relationships, life, career, whatever it is. But ask yourself, why do you keep on starting over, or why do you want to start over? Clearly, there's something lacking with your current situation. And so once you figure out what that thing you're lacking is, then try chasing that, and then everything else will fall in place. But number one, pursue and chase the Lord first. And then if He blesses you with the ability and the opportunity to chase that worldly desire of, oh, what's lacking is finances, or, oh, what's lacking is love, then He could grant that to you. So always chase the Lord first. And that's how I would say my best recommendation would go for you. So hopefully that helps. But yeah. All right, next question is Trader Joe's or Sprouts? Bruh, Trader Joe's all the way. I still love Trader Joe's to this day, and the reason why I say that is because, man, even as a kid growing up, when everyone would be shopping at Target, Walmart, getting their Lunchables at school, I'd be getting bullied because I have the TJ branded snacks and food and meals, and I would get bullied all the time because people would say, ew, like, why do you have Trader Joe's? Are you a grandpa? Only old people shop there. We're in 2026 now. Look who's on top. Everyone loves Trader Joe's, bro. So I love Trader Joe's. I'm a ride or die Trader Joe's grocery shopper. So Trader Joe's all the way, but I also love Sprouts too. This is such a funny question. Do you wish you were the older sibling? It's so funny. My sister asked this question. But no, I do not wish I was the older sibling. I love being the youngest child. Just so you guys know, I do have one older sister and I am the youngest child. So, bro, I love being the youngest because you get so spoiled and you get that youngest sibling mercy. So when I was a kid, I used to get in trouble all the time. Now, I think I fixed up my act, but dang, no, I love being the youngest child. Next question is, best surprise you ever got? There's so many, but I think a top one that I'll never forget is I was in college and I went to school out in the East Coast, and of course I live here in SoCal. And so my dad calls me one day and he goes, when's your last class on Friday? And I think it was at like 3 or something. And I said, like at 3 o'clock. Why? And he's like, make sure you pack your bags and go to the airport because you're coming back home for the weekend. And I'm like, what do you mean? Is everything all right? What happened? And he said, don't worry about it. Just come home. I'll come pick you up at the airport. So I was like, what the heck? This is just so weird too. So anyways, like I ended up, taking an Uber to the airport. I then flew 6 hours back home, and I went home and my dad was like, tomorrow we're going to the Drake concert. And that was a time when he was touring with the Migos, and then he had like a bunch of special guests that I didn't know who was gonna show up at the time. And one of the best nights of my life, because at that time I really loved Drake and Post Malone, and they were on the same stage together. So at that time, to see two of my favorite artists on the same stage as a surprise, like that will be forever cemented in my memory. And that was such a cool surprise and gift. So I would say that's definitely top tier, like top 3 for sure. All right, next question is from my girlfriend. What are all the reasons why you love your girlfriend? This is so funny. I can't say every single reason, or it's gonna literally be 3 hours long, but what I will say is 2 things. Number 1, I love how God-fearing she is. She really shows me how to be such a great, not only person, but Christian as well too. She really shows me the way on love and empathy and really dying to your flesh every single day. So I love her for that. And she's so patient and kind with me. Shoot, I said I was only gonna say 2 things. I think I already said like 5. But number 2, mainly, she gives me room to be a man. And what I mean by that is she allows me and gives me the grace to, make mistakes and flaws. So long I learn from that and lead not only her, but us and our relationship in the right direction. So just having that space to, 1, be a leader, in our relationship is so amazing to me. And 2, I just love how God-fearing she is, for sure. All right, similar question, but this one is 3 things you love about having a big sis. Shout out my sister again. I would say number 1, I love how ride or die she is. She's like one of my biggest supporters. So whatever venture I'm doing or I want to pursue, she's always right there supporting me. So I love her for that. Number 2, I love how adventurous she is as well. Like she's always down to just go on an adventure. So I love that. And number 3, I really like how good of a mentor she is to me in all aspects of life. So I love that too. All right, next question is top 3 bucket list things you want to do. Man, that's so hard to say because there's a lot of things I want to do, and a lot of things I want to do I feel like could be a little unrealistic, but there are some realistic things that I think I could do. For example, like something unrealistic is like to literally travel the world from every single corner, north, south, east, west. Like I'd want to go to Antarctica, for example, but is that really going to happen? I don't know. But I think realistically right now, like in the current stage of my life, I want to get married. Like there's no time to waste anymore. So in God's good timing, I want to propose. I want to get married. Number 2, I want to go to Asia. I love Asia. I used to not like Asia because I was so into going on that whole Euro trip, but I really want to tour Asia from Southeast Asia to Eastern Asia. I just want to do the whole shebang. And then number 3, dang, it sounds so crazy to say because this used to be like everyone's default growing up, but I want to be a homeowner. At least here in California, it's just prices are just so expensive nowadays and everything just seems so out of reach. But to have like a really nice home down in Orange County, whether that's like Irvine or Newport, that would really be amazing. So I think those are like my current top 3 bucket list items right now. All right, so the next question is, what's your testimony? So this has to be its own separate video. If you guys really want to know my full testimony, I'll comment down below and I'll make it its own video. But to answer the question for this video, I'm in my relationship right now. Like there was a really rocky time. We were doing long distance and we were trying everything and anything to just hold on to our relationship. It just was not working. I could not do it on my own strength. She couldn't do it on her own strength. And we were like, if this is really gonna work, we have to put God in the center of our relationship. And we did that. And through time, like, I've seen God move the immovable, and God really truly moves mountains. And that's just a quick sneak peek of my testimony. So if you guys really want the full juicy details, comment down below and I'll make a full dedicated video on that. But that's just a quick sneak peek on my testimony. God moving the immovable, and he truly moves mountains. And he really proved to me, not that, I put him to the test or anything, but he really showed me that, he is our Lord and he can really do amazing and things that you think are impossible, possible. Next question is the most important lessons you've learned in each decade of life. Dang, so I'm almost pushing 30. Dang, so basically the 3 biggest lessons. Number 1, I would say nourish your relationships. So kind of going back to that previous question, your relationships are so important. It's even biblical as well too, that God designed all of us to have community. And so life is not meant to be lived alone. So making sure you take care of those you're close to and those you care about is incredibly important. Number 2, very similar, but on the opposite side of the spectrum, is nourish yourself. It's very important to take care of yourself. And I know that kind of sounds cliche and obvious, but when you truly take care of yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, like you feel like you can do anything and everything in this world. For the longest time, remember I told you, I used to neglect my mental health, but I was dialed in on my fitness, and my mentality was so killer in the sense of, if I want to achieve something, I'm going to achieve it. Like I really dialed in that mentality and the physicality part, but the mental part I did not. And for the longest time too, like I didn't really prioritize my spiritual self as well, but I'm really dialing in all of those aspects, and I feel really great about where I'm at right now. So dial in on your self as well. And then I would say the last thing, I'm not quite yet 30, so I don't think I need to say 3 things, but I guess the third thing as well is giving back, and not just to those you're close with, but even giving back to strangers. So it doesn't even have to be monetary. It could literally be food as well, or giving back to your community. So for example, this page, right? I'm giving back knowledge and information that I know, and that's helped me personally, and that's helped my close family and friends. So to share, things I know about supplements, personal development, men's health and wellness, it just brings me happiness knowing that I could help others out as well too. So I would say those are the 3 most important things: nourishing relationships, nourishing yourself, and giving back to others. I don't know how long this video is already, but this will be the last question. It's best things about Orange County cities / lifestyle compared to all the places you've lived before. So if y'all didn't know, I've lived in a lot of places. So I lived here down in like LA County, Cerritos. I lived in Indiana for boarding school. I've also studied abroad as well too. So I've lived throughout Europe. I lived in Austria, London, and then I've also went to college out in the East Coast as well. I would say the best things about Orange County cities, I'm a water sign, I'm a Cancer, so I love being by the ocean and even by the lake too. So heck, there's a lake right here. Granted, it's man-made, but even when I went to boarding school in Indiana, I was next to a lake, and that was like really healing, especially since it was in the middle of nowhere. You look left, you look right, you're surrounded by cornfields. So I love that Orange County cities are very coastal and you're so close to the beach. Orange County lifestyle, there are a lot of things I like about it, and there are a lot of things I don't like about it. But some of the things I do like about it, I would say I love how laid back everything is. as much as I am a city boy, I love just the chill lifestyle. Um, and being here in OC where everything is a little bit more upscale, I love the food. Like, food here is top tier. I'd say OC food, and you guys can fight me on this, OC food is way better than LA food. I will say LA does have like good spots, but relative as a whole, OC on the top for sure. Um, and I also like how, you know, you're so close to everything as well too. So if you want to go to Big Bear, you can go there in the morning, and then you could grab an acai bowl in Costa Mesa, head to Newport to go to the beach, and then just chill at the ocean, you know, and all in one day too. That's just one thing that you can't do anywhere else but here in California. One more thing I like about OC, I mean, the weather is obviously a given, but weather, food, it being laid back, I will say, remember, I do really like cars too. So just seeing exotics every single day casually is just so cool to me. I guess because I'm a car head guy, I love cars, but just randomly seeing like Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Maseratis, Aston Martins, Porsches, of course, on the daily is just really cool. And when I used to work at the firm down in OC in Irvine, it would just motivate me. Um, so yeah, I think those are a couple of things I like about OC. All right, that being said, that was the end of our Q&A session. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't even know how long this video is. Hopefully it's not too long or it didn't bore you guys, but I had fun recording it. I had fun coming out to the park and just answering all your guys' questions. So hopefully that gave you guys a good insight of who I am as a person. And if you guys want to have more Q&A sessions, comment down below, send me a DM, and ask more questions. I love doing these kind of videos as well, just, you know, talking to the camera, being myself too. And if you guys have any other, you know, video ideas, feel free to comment that as well. I appreciate you guys always. Thanks for spending time with me, and I'll catch you guys soon. Take care and have a great day. How many inches? Bruh.